What's going on, guys? Welcome to another College Football 25 video. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the regs teams, your standard rosters, ranking the best teams in the nation, all the way from S tier all the way down to D tier. All right, we're going to jump right into it. First up, we're starting with the D tier off rip. Just a bad team. If you don't have a roster that we need to spend time on, or a few players that we just spend time on, we're just going to make it quick. Virginia Tech, not a good team. Clemson, they're down. Last couple years, down. Cool quarterback. They have a couple weapons. Not really high on Clemson. Same with Penn State. I would probably slot them right next to Clemson. All right, so we're starting off super mid. Boise State, they got the SoCal, Malachi Nelson. They have a couple running backs. The star running back, Jonty, I don't know how to say his name. That's nice. The offense is cool. Defense, not the greatest. Boise State would probably slot them in here. Again, C tier at the very best. The first B tier team we're going to have is Miami. Love the quarterback. They have Chris Johnson Jr., 98 speed running back. Make sure you play him if you do get Miami, if you want to use Miami. Cool squad. Miami, I'd say they're safely in the B tier, in my opinion. Our first A tier team, Georgia. Let's talk about it. Best run defense that I've seen in the game. You could clearly see that they are monsters against the run. Let's talk. We can go ahead and go in depth into their roster just a little bit here. Offensively, it's up to you who you want to play. I play Beck. You can go Stockton if you want a little bit of speed out there. Running back, I think ETN is so high power. I think ETN's one of the best backs I've used in this game. Love his juke move. I have Robinson as my spell back. At receiver, I play Lovett, but speed really just kills. Evans is my, Smith is my second receiver. I put Humphreys in the 3 spot, and then Evans in the 4. Just strictly speed. Tight end's really nice. O-line is above average. You can see how it compares to the other O-lines in the game. Just really strong. And I don't know why, but their D-line just plays the run so well. Actually, I think I see why now that I'm looking at it, and I finally realized weight just matters so much. 305 at left end, 305 at right end, 320 at D tackle. And I noticed that in Ultimate Team. So I need to start looking at the heavier linemen as far as defense goes. Front 7, just outstanding. Outstanding front 7. You have 98 speed, 95 speed at corner. You even have a 96 speed if you'd like him running the slot if you want to go just strictly speed. Starks is a demon. I play KJ Bolden at strong safety, but yeah, this team is amazing. S tier team without A tier team without a doubt, not S, because there's only one S tier team. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Florida, mid. I'll slot them right behind Penn State. Kansas, pretty decent. All right, Kansas is pretty decent. I would say low B tier. There's going to be a few B tier teams here. I would have them low B tier. I think their roster's pretty solid. Oklahoma, I would also slot in the B tier. I'd have them right behind Kansas. If I had to say, I do like the 98 speed running back Sawchuk. Definitely nice to have. But Kansas, they have a running back that has an ability that we're going to talk about in this video. And he has it on gold. So I think they get the nod as far as running back goes. But yeah, I'd have them in the B tier. LSU, not typical of what we see of LSU. I'd have them at the top of C tier. Just not the typical LSU team. What brings them down for me is their quarterback play. Really average at the very best. Ole Miss, I'd probably slot them somewhere in here too. These 3 teams at the top of C tier, pretty interchangeable in my opinion. I'd probably have them right about there. Memphis, we're going to have them in the D tier. Not a really great team. I'd have them behind Boise State. Missouri, I'd have them at the top of C tier. They have a sleeper roster with Burden. Quarterback's cool. I do like Missouri's roster. I'd have them fringe B tier, in my opinion. And now we get to Alabama, another A tier team. I would have them after Georgia for my personal preference. And I've used both a lot. They do have the best quarterback in the game, however. And that's Milroe. He's just by far the best quarterback. He's 91 speed, and on top of all that, he breaks sacks like no other. If you guys have played this guy, you know he is just insane in the game. All right, so that alone puts them in the A tier. I do think their defense is not as good as we typically see from an Alabama team, but nonetheless, still A tier, still right there with Georgia. You can really go however you like as far as you go 1A, 1B as far as right now goes, if you'd like. All right, Tennessee, I'd have them at the top of B. Do love the speed that they have on offense. They have one of the best DNs in the game, if not the best, in Pierce, I want to say his name is. This is Tennessee. Amazing team. And if you like their playbook too, with the wide, it's a cool scheme to definitely give a try if you're playing road to the college football playoffs. The worst offense, one of the worst offenses on this whole list, and they're going to be D tier, and it's crazy for Auburn, but yeah, put Auburn down here with Memphis and Virginia Tech. All right, I have a guest joining me. Luca just woke up, so he's going to be in the building too while I do these rankings. Florida State, they're B tier. They're B tier. I wish their quarterback was just a little bit better. DJU going to Florida State after being a Clemson commit, being there. Oh man, that just has them low B tier just off top. All right, Michigan. I have them a low A tier. Low A tier. I do think 91 speed quarterback, good running backs. Offense is cool. Defense is cool. I think Michigan, they have really good D tackles too. Definitely take a look at them as far as that goes. I definitely think they're in the A tier. And another A tier, back-to-back A tiers. Oregon, I would slot them in front of Michigan. I do like Dylan Gabriel. I love their speed overall, man. Their speed is crazy. Let's actually look at Oregon real quick. Oregon is a really solid team. They're one of the first teams that I used early in the season. We'll take a look at Oregon. Gabriel, I love it. Running backs, cool. Both of them have the 360 ability. Again, we're going to talk about that in a second. Love their receivers, tight end, just O-line's good. Their offense is amazing. D-line, solid. Linebackers, pretty solid as well. You see Jackson with 94 speed too. That's always nice. And then they have a 99 speed cornerback, 97 speed safety. You could play at corner. This team's elite in every way. I love the Oregon roster. I actually might go back to them or try Michigan today in our Rakes tournaments. I'm going to be playing a Rakes tournament for, I think it's a $3,000 tournament today. That's going to be on my Twitch, twitch.tv/ProblemWright. All right, the next team we're going to look at is South Carolina. I think South Carolina, them with that 6'5", 99 speed, 6'5", 99 speed receiver, that elevates them. Their offense is okay. I'd probably slot them in somewhere right here in the middle of the pack. Kansas State, I would say Kansas State. They have a running back. They have a running back, and that matters. He's going to be low. They're going to be low B tier just off the rip. A B tier team in Arkansas. I think they're really high powered on offense. Really solid offense. I would have them behind Tennessee. That's a sleeper team. Arkansas, Colorado. I could slot them in the B tier as well. I'd probably have them somewhere. Shador and Hunter, cool. Their defense is just really bad. I'd probably have them in low B tier, in my opinion. Texas A&M, mid at best. And I just noticed this list is missing an A tier team. So Vanderbilt, we're gonna get rid of them. They're not that good. And we're gonna put this as Texas. Okay, Texas. You can slot them at the top of A if you like. A lot of comp players are using them. I would have to just say, just off the pick rate of this team and my peers loving this team so much, Texas, which is the Vanderbilt logo, has to be at the top of A tier. And we're going to tell you why. It's, again, game is abilities. It's abilities matter. One of the popular defenses is 3-3-5 Penny, which is formerly known as 3-3-5 wide. And that defense is really good. It's really good, but it elevates just because of this ability on the right that's called quick jump. And for whatever reason, Texas has 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 down linemen already. 4, 5, 6, 7 players that have quick jump. All right, so you can make your whole front all quick jump guys, and that ability gets a quicker jump off the snap. And it allows them to pass rush crazy. It's insane, which is why everyone that uses Texas wants you to pass every down, because they just, in that defense, they shed, they're quicker off the ball. It's just an insane ability early on, and they would just have to be at the top of A tier. So yeah, I think Texas is good just off of that. Their offense have a 98 speed receiver in Bond. Quarterback play is cool. Just a really good team. I mean, obviously, I really don't need to talk about all the speed that they have. They're just really solid. All right, and now I want to show you guys the best team in the game. I'm going to tell you why I saved this team for last. This is the first team to ban, or not ban. This is the first team that has a player that's banned. All right, and I'll explain why. This ability, 360 on Platinum, which is the spin. All you're seeing is people do this spin move, and this doesn't do it justice how good it is. But as you guys can see, this spin move is so fast and it fakes out the entire AI in the game. So tournaments had to ban Judkins. And I know that's crazy. And you think about all the names in the past in all football games, you know, the Michael Vicks, the, Randy Moss, the Bo Jacksons. Judkins is the first player I've ever seen banned from tournament play, and it's because of this Platinum 360 spin move. But yeah, they're S tier just off that, because online regular head-to-head, when you're playing online in college ball playoffs, you're gonna run into this team and you're gonna see it a lot now. It's a problem. So they're the best. They're S tier. The reason Kansas, they have that same ability on their running backs on gold, so they're even ranked a little bit higher than probably where I would normally have them. But this is the final tiers.
Hut, hut, hike!